What up, YouTube? T-Moose here. This month, I'm doing my reviews for women-based movies because of Women History Month. Here's my review for the 1991 film Fried Green Tomatoes. Now, this film is actually based on a book of the same name, and it has a really great, cast of female actresses. You've got the likes of Kathy Bates, Jessica Tandy, Mary Stuart Madison, Mary Louise Parker. You also got the late Cicely Tyson. Some really great female actresses are featured here. And in it stars Kathy Bates, who plays this woman named Evelyn Couch, who is having trouble with her marriage, and no one seems to be taking her seriously. And so while in this nurse home visit, and while being in this nurse, while visiting relatives in this nursing home, she ends up meeting this this outgoing old woman named Nene Durgood, played by Jessica Tandy, who tells her the story of Iggy Durgood, a young woman from 1920s Alabama, and it, Iggy's aspiring life and all that, and she ends up telling her about her aspiring life. And Evelyn learning to be more assertive and build a lasting friendship of her own with Whitney, and those two, like Kathy Bates and Jessica Tandy, both have solid chemistry for one another. They really play off each other well. Their dialogue with one another is great. You also had Mary Louise Parker. Was really solid. Mary Stuart Madison, who plays the role of Iggy, is really amazing. Some other cast lists here. You also had Chris O'Donnell popped up, Stan Shaw, Lowell Smith popped up here. Some really solid supporting cast. I cannot remember if this actually scored any Oscar nominations. I gotta double check that. But the actors in this are all really decent. It is a nice and pleasant celebration of women and all. It's really well acted. The flashback stuff is pretty cool to watch. I never really read the book, so I can't really compare it to the book or anything. But it's a really popular film, and it's definitely a really decent. It's always nice to see movies about women and their friendship and all. And this is definitely a really solid film. Worth checking out that I think you'll end up enjoying. It is cute. It's charming. Kathy Bates. I mean, the '90s was a really cool year for Kathy Bates. She had, of course, in 1990 she ended up playing the creepy character in Misery. Of course, Fried Green Tomato she was in, Titanic, uh, The Water Boy. I mean, Kathy Bates was everywhere in the '90s. And she's who doesn't love Kathy Bates? Kathy Bates is a legend. She's always been one of the best, and here is definitely one of her best performances she's done. Jessica Tandy, of course, she's always been a legend. Obviously she worked with Morgan Freeman in Driving Miss Daisy, so there's that too. Uh, this film is. I always thought that this movie was directed by a woman because for some reason the dialogue, I always thought the dialogue would have been more for some reason I just thought that it was always directed by a woman, but it is directed by a guy named John Avent, who had did a really decent job directing this film. But it is written by a woman, so there's that. But that aside, it's definitely a really solid movie worth checking out. Is a really decent film about women friendship and all. And of course, if you guys don't know, NBC is actually doing a TV remake of it, which is supposed to star Reba McEntire. So that should come out sometime in the near future. But that aside, if you guys still never seen Fried Green Tomatoes, you can find it on Peacock, Fandango, Vudu, Prime Video, Apple TV. You can find it on a lot of interesting streaming services. Go watch it. It's a really decent one. Anyway, let me leave you guys. Have you ever seen Fried Green Tomatoes? If so, what you thought of it? Did you like it? Were you never a fan of it? What's your favorite parts of the film? Drop comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications. This is Simu signing off.